Howdy, partner. My name's Crystal, and I'm here to welcome you to to talk about the Live-tastic game at Grand Canyon University men's basketball. Giddy up. I'm trying to talk Western cowboy. That's probably about all I know, I reckon. A little bit more. So, today we're going to talk about the game we had on Thursday, January 11th, against Abilene Christian University. And as you can tell by my hat, it was Western night. Now, it was Western night, I reckon, for two reasons. One, Abilene Christian University is in Texas, is in Abilene, Texas, so Western. Number two, the Havocs were back from break. The last two games we had, several games, I guess, they were on break. Now we kept the stands full with the community and the faculty and people like that, but not as many students. But not on Thursday the 11th, they were all back in full force, looking Live-tastic in their Western gear. I'm gonna have to see if I can borrow some of their stuff. I wonder if I can get them to send me some for next year. We'll find out. Anyway, so they came, Abilene Christian came to our house for a game, and we have this thing. We have a lot of rituals when we play basketball. One of them is when the ball tips off, no one sits down until we score. Now, after you score, then you can sit down, unless you're a Havoc, then you never sit down. But anyway, you sit down. Well, I want to say it took us several minutes, or at least 2 minutes, before we can finally sit down. It was a bit of ping pong back and forth at first where nobody was scoring because we're all doing really good defense and no offense. And then finally they scored. Then they scored again. And then they kept scoring for a while there. I mean, we did finally score ourselves, but okay. You awesome men, okay? You awesome athletes and coaching staff, things like that. We have discussed how your slow starts create much anxiety within me. Okay? I'm sure it does with all the other fans as well, but definitely in me. You really need to stop with the slow starts. I really did not appreciate you being down 9 points at the start. I was this close to muting you and go and find something else to do. Maybe even going to bed early. It was, after all, a work night for me. But no, you did wake up, which I do appreciate. Mighty kind of you. And took a little doing, but you got the lead. You know, we finished the half with a 1 point lead. It was a lead. I'll take what I can. They were 32, we were 33. But it still left a little bit of anxiety because I didn't know what you were going to do afterwards. But you came back, and it went back and forth, but at the end it ended up being, we kept the lead. Now, Abilene Christian never quite let us rest for the longest time, but we kept a lead. And that was thanks to our amazing team. You know, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Jovan Blacksheer Jr., who has been acknowledged for doing 400 assists in his career. He's already on the 1,000 point club in his career, but now he also has a 400 assist acknowledgement, which is Live-tastic. And to show his assistant's prowess, he passed one ball to Isaiah Shaw, our redshirt freshman, who just whoop it in there. Amazing. Later, he passed another ball to Mr. Sugar Ray Harrison, and woof, another one. They weren't, those buckets would not have existed if it was not for Jovan. So I had to give a shout out to him. And to top it off, he got 3 points of his own. I know it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but he got 3 points because he was about to try to shoot a three, and the other team tried to stop him in a way that's a big no-no. So he got to go through to the free throw line and shoot 3 free throws and nail those. So he got a few points of his own. And speaking of Sugar Ray Harrison, he got 10 points, but he also got tired out. Well, not as quickly as I would, but for him anyway, because because Abilene Christian had one of those super duper 3-pointer guys that you just had to like keep away from, shooting, or we would lose. And that was Ray's job, was to keep Mr. Super Duper 3-point guy from shooting the 3-pointers. And he did his job there and scored 10 points. So that was good. Simo, Cullen Moore, not only scored 9 points, that was good enough as it is, but it was how he did it. A lot of times he scores points in ways that are just beautiful and eye-popping. I mean, I remember saying to one of my friends, one of my basketball buddies, how does he do that? And they even asked Ray Harrison, how does Cullen Moore do that? And Ray's like, I don't know. I have no idea. That dude's just different. He said, there's something wrong with that dude. So yeah, there was that. And, but yeah, he had this one where he just kind of just like little pirouette around the guy and got it in there. It was just a spin move. It was a spin move. It was Sports Center worthy. It was awesome. So yeah, I appreciate it. It's fun to watch. Tyon Grant Foster, Mr. TGF. He is him. He generally, whenever there's a whack game, he scores 20 points at least. Well, he scored 24. And his athleticism and how to get balls and how to reach for balls is also something to behold. Just wonderful. So just to make sure, and check my notes real quick, I talked about Tyon Grant Foster. Did I mention Gabe McLaughlin? Gabe McLaughlin was also amazing. He got 13 points. Yes. Okay. So yes, there's that as well. And at the end of the game, Abilene Christian scored 64 points, and we finished the game with 74 points. Now, I will say, because of the slow start, it didn't feel like a 10-point win, but I'll take it, whether it feels like it or not. So we did win. We are now 15-1. 5-1, which is amazing. And we're also 5-0 in conference play. You darn tootin'. We have a 12-game win streak, which is one of the best we've had, in the D1 era. I think it's the best in the D1 era. I mean, we're really, if we can just get to where we can win games by playing complete halves, we would be absolutely unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. But still, a win is a win is a win. I'm happy for it. Now, our next game is going to be a home game. No theme, just purple. But that's okay. We're going to be playing Tarleton State University. And they're coming in, well, they were coming in with a perfect record, 3-0. because it's still perfect. We were 4-0, but see, they took off a week, so it stayed at perfect in that respect. But then, shortly after the game with Abilene Christian was over, they were finishing up. Tarleton State was finishing up their game against Cal Baptist University, and Cal Baptist University apparently decided to get rid of that perfect status for Tarleton. So they ended the game 3-1. So while I like being the only one's perfect, I respect the fact that they're going to come into our house a little angry, a little wanting to make up for stuff, and a little chip on their shoulder, And they're going to be ready to knock us off. So, guys, no slow starts, okay? Hit first, hit hard, no mercy. Go watch the Karate Kid, the first Karate Kid, and listen to the bad sensei. Except don't draw blood and things like that. But strike first, strike hard, no mercy, sir. Yeah, do all of that. Do all of that. And then pray for him later. You could do that too. But yes, it makes it easier on your fans. You can breathe throughout the whole game if you just keep a lead throughout the whole thing. It would just really be nice. It really would. So, anyway, with that being said, if you like this video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you've already hit the subscribe button, thank you so much. You're so fantastic. I appreciate you. Mighty kind of you. Also, smash that like button. And also, with the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're always informed of when a new video drops. And while you're doing all that smashing and subscribing and liking and all that stuff, go down below and leave a comment. What you think about the video? What you think about my hat? Things of that nature. Anything that comes to mind. What do you think about these slow starts? I mean, at least we're thankful that they went, but what do you think about these slow starts? Anything that comes to mind. And also go in the description box, and there'll be an article from Paul Coro about recapping the game. There will be a highlight video recap showing off the game from Grand Canyon, and there'll be a video from the Draftmatic on the game, on the full game as well. Those are the 3 keys I always like to leave in the description box. Just they're fun. They're fun. So, with that being said, my name is Crystal. You have been watching me talk about the Lovetastic game. And loves up.